I wish babies were dogs. Like, I'll go pet your baby. Like, are you kidding me? Like, God, I rub that baby all up on my new pants, you know?
Oh my God.
Oh, they're so cute. The little
Hide your kids, hide your babies. Off we go into the episode.
Oh.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Off we go into the episode at 76. We're here with you. Come along, 1 and 2. That's you and me.
Oh.
Okay. Get me a saxophone, honey. I'm picking a jazzy today.
I can't follow up with that.
I know. I'm like,
take
whatever.
us right in, baby.
How are we doing up in his house? What's going on?
How are we doing up in this house?
Feel good today? Literally, or
I mean, do you want me to like pretend and say yes, or
No.
do you want me to tell the whole world that I'm literally full of shit? And by full of shit, I mean I'm actually full of
I'm
shit.
horrified. What are you talking about?
I'm just, we're not going to get into the real nitty gritty
All right, fair
details. But yeah, I am a little constipated.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Say that again. I liked that.
Yes, yeah. I used to love to say words like that. I'm not kidding. In high school, I would just, every time we would talk like this. Wait, oh my God, I didn't know this was cool. I would have used this in college. You kidding me? The hell?
I want to learn how to constipate.
No, you just have to say, no, you have to say everything as if you were going to church or something. And you're being very careful.
As if you're going to church.
I don't go to church. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what you do in church. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm on one today. Arrest me now.
I have tears in my eyes.
I'm kidding, you guys. I used to go to church when I was younger. All right, we're going to play there.
Save,
Anyway,
tries to save herself.
Shut up. We got Ben in the house. We got Louie in the house. Louie and I spent the night at Smack Shack this weekend. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. He gave me a little sayonara. He met the mommy of his dreams. What?
That was on Saturday.
Oh, that was Saturday. Sorry, my
yeah.
bad. Getting my days confused. That was Friday.
You guys, I'll tell you when you went out because
Why?
I was up at 4 a.m. and I opened it when I was waking up. So you guys were out on Friday night.
Oh, you were getting up to work?
Yeah, I was getting up to just work all day long as you guys just enjoyed the entire night. But
I wouldn't
it's
say I
fine.
enjoyed the entire night. No, I wouldn't. No, I would not.
Syd went out and she had a great time. And she did a little Chunder Dragon. Chunder Dragon, do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so
What
let me
in
explain what Chunder Dragons are. So I think it was like a friend group in high school. I learned it from them. Or it was college, can't remember. But if you puked when you were drinking.
Hey now.
Hold on, you'll have to.
Come on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like burst your bubble. But if you puked and it was related to drinking, someone would have to yell Chunder Dragon. And as you're over the toilet puking, you have to move your arms like a dragon.
Are you kidding?
And it's called the Chunder Dragon.
Never heard of
They're
that.
like, oh, he's puking, Chunder Dragon.
Wait, what?
And then the person puking has to do this with their hand.
Why did I never heard of that?
My senior year of college, you weren't allowed to puke in our apartment unless you put on the Titanic theme song throughout the whole apartment.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
what song again?
it's dude, I
My
can't
heart.
even.
Oh, every
No, isn't
night in my dreams.
Yes.
I see you.
No, it's-
I feel you.
Oh no.
That is.
Near, far, where.
Wherever you puke, don't let it be.
That
in
is
my
so
bed.
embarrassing. That is like the worst too, because I used to have a paranoia of getting sick, and so it makes me paranoid if someone's like looking at me, or I'm afraid someone is gonna walk by. But I had a full on night.
Okay,
Can we just go ahead and go into
straight
it?
cannon moment.
Here we go.
Give us the deets.
You guys, I told how I was feeling last week. I went a little ham. I got a little crazy. I shouldn't have done it, but I was like, oh, I'm dying to go out. I feel like I haven't gone out in so long. FOMO, meh. And I
honestly saw this coming because
it was bound to happen.
'Cause
we all need a reminder.
she texted Ben and I last weekend. I just feel like I'm not like myself. Like I love going out. I do. I love going out. And then next thing you know, the next weekend, like Friday, the day that you can go to the bars, Syd is at the bars.
Oh, I'm at the bars. No, and not only I'm at the bars, I went to 5. Okay. So yeah, so that was interesting, but progressively like having a good time. And then I just was with my friends and we were having a blast, and they kept ordering water moccasins, and I kept taking the water moccasins and I kept taking the water moccasins and I took a few more. And then I realized I'm like, it's probably time to go home by myself. So I just like, Irish goodbye because on accident, whatever. I get an Uber. Then I wake up, I'm at my house. I'm like, oh, good Lord. Okay. I'm feeling it. I watch the Ring camera in the morning. That's always the best part about going out is watching you get in the front door because you know how many times I tried. I'm surprised the alarm didn't go off because I kept trying to press it. Doot, 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 and I'm like, doot, 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 doot. I'm like, what the hell? That's for sure the code. But my finger is like going like this.
That's like the one reason I would get a Ring camera is for the nights out. Like otherwise, what's the point? Like out of my condo, my little condo apartment hallway.
Oh my God. But anyway, so I came in the house and I was like, wow, I really don't feel good. But I don't like black out. I always remember what's going on. So I went to the bathroom downstairs, because I knew we had a guest here and I didn't want to make a scene. And all of a sudden I wake up an hour or two later. It's probably about 2 hours later. I'm on the toilet. I fell asleep on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. I fell asleep going pee. I swear on my life. I did not realize. I just was, I was hunched forward like this. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is so embarrassing.
It's like you have the elbow marks on your knees.
Yes. And I just fell asleep.
When you take a shit for too long,
I just fell asleep.
Those little like elbow marks.
And I'm not proud of it. If I'm being honest, I'm not proud of that moment, but I did it. And I'm going to full on admit it. And I woke up the next morning and I felt horrid. And I drove to Lifetime to try to be a good person. And I gagged like 14 times in the car.
It could have been worse because Jordan could have found you on the toilet sleeping.
Jordan could have found me, or his friend that was staying with us could have found me in the toilet.
Just passed out. Just like,
and I'm like,
tongue out.
And this is the one thing I never would admit to, but the only thing that brought me back to life, I couldn't keep anything down.
Ooh.
Was a 10-piece chicken nugget from McDonald's. And I never eat McDonald's. And my friend was like, I'm literally like, I can't keep anything down. I'm literally dying. You got to help me. Like I texted Kate. I'm like, someo's got to help me. Like I'm like seriously dying. Nugs. No, she goes, I was like, maybe fries. She's like, you need greasy. And she's like, they had a 2-for-1. So I got you McNugs. Okay. And she goes, trust me, just try one.
Did she bring it here?
She brought it here to the house. Yes.
After you were on fell asleep or before?
No, this was the next day. This is the morning. It's about 2 p.m.
Oh, it was
2
the
p.m.
morning.
No, not the morning. It was 2 p.m. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up surviving, and then I got a farmer's stand for going out in the sun with my t-shirt on because I was not feeling too good. Anyway, so that was my weekend. No, I don't condone drinking like that, but it happens in a once in a blue moon. Who cares?
Yeah, I still have yet to see Syd like that. So
you always miss it.
I do.
It always happens when you're not there.
She just
I hold it together.
When I'm there, she's like, Sophie will be the drunk one. I'll be the mom.
No. It's the thing is though, is like I like being tipsy. I do not like being drunk. Yeah. So anyway,
I agree.
Moving on. That was my straight can moment. Hopefully someone can relate. Hopefully you can't relate.
I think everyone that listens probably has a moment for sure.
Yeah, but probably when they were maybe like 21. And
it happens. It was like nice out. You want to live it up and no regrets. We don't go through our life with regrets.
You know, when you look in the mirror at yourself after you were just sick and you look at your eyes and you're like, you piece of shit. You literal piece of shit. I'm looking in the mirror and my eyes are just like glazed over and I look just like crap.
Yeah, the way you looked when you went out that night and then what you look like in the morning, you actually look 10 years older.
Oh yeah, the wrinkles on your face.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get my life together.
Yeah, that's what I always say too. And my circulation is really bad after I drink.
Oh, really?
Like my hands get really cold and I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm literally dying right in front of my eyes. I'm serious. So dramatic. What's your straight kind of moment?
My hands do not get cold.
Okay, can we move on? I'm scared.
Yes. How are your hands today?
They're fine.
Feel my hands.
Ooh, you're chilly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's fucking cold in here.
Oh. Sorry.
No, I'd rather be cold than hot because it's sometimes just hot.
True.
Hell in the studio.
All right,
my straight can moment. I actually had a pretty uneventful weekend, I'll be honest, which is, if you know me, that's actually pretty awesome for me because I just feel like very overwhelmed lately.
You needed to breathe.
Yeah. On Sunday, I didn't do anything besides like read my book out in the sun, worked out. I guess I did have a little meeting with you Sunday night, but Friday night, I had my friend Vanessa. Y'all know Vanessa. She was on our podcast when we first started.
9-10.
We met up for some dinner. We had a great night. I ended up streaking a little bit. That was my straight can moment.
Okay.
I sent you the video.
I know. I saw that video.
We were sober too, which is why it was kind of funny. We're like, let's run across the bridge with our skirts up because we were both wearing dresses.
Butt cheeks out on Hennepin.
We sprinted across Hennepin Bridge.
The best part is, I'm not gonna lie, like usually someone would be like drinking or whatever, but no, you had your hair in a little bun, you had your glasses on,
Yep.
she was just streaking at her butt out. I'm like, what the hell is this video? Sober, that's good though. It's good to have fun when you're sober.
So that was my drinking in a moment. I have another one, but I'm gonna wait to share it till next episode, I think.
I like that.
Yeah. But today, you guys, we're doing kind of like a shorter type of episode. We're doing a little Q&A.
Baby.
So we had you guys write in some questions for us, and we're just gonna rip through them. Fire. What's the word I'm looking for?
Fire
my
away?
brain is not
Fire
rapid
away?
fire.
You're like, fire.
Thank gosh we have a guest
Fire.
coming because my brain is not here today.
It's okay. It's okay, little sugar. By the way, I just wanted to put it out there that I did have a productive Sunday, and I just had to say that out loud because I feel really bad about myself right now. Thank you. That's all. Anyway, into the rapid fire we go.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so
I love it.
wait.
Ben or Jay, straight candid moments from the weekend.
Do either of you have any juicy luce for us?
Since this is we're gonna have shorter episode.
Is it either or or both? Both. Do you want to go? Okay.
He's got nothing.
Mine.
Jay's got nothing.
This is great. So I went this weekend to Iowa State. My little sister's graduating. I also went to Iowa State. I'm really close with my sister's friends because it was like, oh, Ben's older brother. He may or may not buy alcohol. Like, we can pregame at his place. So I'm really close with all of them. So Claire would like go home, but I'd stay out with her friends. And one night, one of her friends was feeling really sick. And have you met those people where they won't pull trig themselves, but they will let someone else pull trig for them? Like, they need somebody to pull trig for them.
I know someone like this. And I think it's the weirdest, most disgusting thing ever. I'm like, no.
I think that's gross too. I've never pulled trig on myself or on someone else or made someone else pull trig on me.
Really? Okay, so I had a bunch of friends in college. I will not disclose their names, but I had a bunch of friends in college that like I had to do that for. Just
in case people are listening, they don't know what this is.
Oh, it's basically where you stick your fingers in the back of your throat to make yourself puke so that you feel better from like when the alcohol is just like making your stomach feel bad. Sometimes
also, just so you guys know, this is very unhealthy. You're not supposed to do this. It's
really?
also called an eating disorder. Yes.
Oh. Wait, are the two things like linked?
I mean, no, but if you get in the habit, I mean, some people make themselves puke when you have types of eating disorders. Yes. Mm-hmm. So like, don't get used to doing this. And that's why I don't recommend doing this when you're drinking either.
Okay.
But continue.
Interesting. Now I feel bad because I do this not all the time, but like if I'm feeling bad.
Mm-hmm. If you feel ill.
Just a little flag, but keep going.
Yeah. Just a little red flag.
We have to flag.
Well, one of like, cause they were drinking all day after graduation. So this girl was like, I want to go to bed. I can't go to bed until somebody pulls trig for me. All of her friends were like, no, we're not. Like the one that normally does it for her was like, no. And so I was like, I'll be the older brother one more time. And so I pull trig for her, works, she goes to sleep, whatever. The next morning, I see her because I'm helping my little sister move out of her sorority. And she like comes up to me, she's like, what's up? Like, thanks for helping me out. And we're kind of talking about it. We're filling my little sister in. And my grandma like snuck into the conversation. And she's like, what's pulling trig?
Oh no.
And I was trying to like bail out of that so fast. I was like, Grandma, you don't want to know. Like,
you're like, it's a shot that has like a little trigger and you just shoot it in someone's mouth.
Oh, geez.
No, I was like, I can't lie to my grandma. She's so sweet, like 76 years old.
So you told her?
Well, I was like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. She's like, I can take it, like whatever. And so I tell her, and my grandma was just like, why the fuck would you do that?
Like, your grandma cast judgments on you.
I'm like, oh man, she just wrote me out of the will right there.
Oh, she did. She wrote you out. God dang.
Oh my gosh.
Ben, your weekend in Iowa, man.
Yeah,
turned crazy.
Iowa always does me dirty, so
it's done me dirty before.
Yeah, you're still recovering. Yeah. Are you still recovering?
You had like no sleep, did you?
Yeah, I got like maybe a total of 8 hours of sleep for the whole weekend, so I kind of slept all day today.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. You needed it. Yeah.
Needed it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of all the trig and everything like that. No more.
Moving on. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
No more. On to it next. Okay.
I feel a little gaggy.
So Q&A, we had everybody send us in our questions like Soph was telling us, and we have 20 questions, like the old game. Remember that game?
Some of them are a little shorter, some
Quicker,
of them are a little longer. So they're not yes or no questions like the game.
No.
I love that
you're
game.
right. They are
Whatever.
yes or no.
Oh,
I'm
got
like
20 questions. Actually, I think it might be 22 questions.
22.
Oh, because Jay has
What?
one for
You
us
have one?
too. Oh, it's
crap.
21 questions. Oh, shit.
Right.
We suck.
Oh my God. I need to get help. I even had the purple one, a little purple like circle, and it was 20 questions. I used to bring it on the airplane and play it by myself.
I did.
And you know what the most embarrassing part was?
I did the same thing.
You did?
Yeah.
The most embarrassing part was that every single time it guessed what I was guessing, like what I had in my head. Like, how did a little cube know what I was thinking of? Do you get what I'm saying?
Wait, I thought you had a guess.
You could play either or.
Oh, I want to. Can we buy one of these?
Yeah.
I want one.
And
I
I'm
wanna
like,
play
what
again.
the hell? I'm like, yeah, it was dog collar. Weird. I'm like, what the hell? How did it get that? I'd be sitting on the airplane, like looking at it. I'm like, that was kind of creepy.
I'm
Okay,
like,
anyway.
oh my God, they got vagina. I'm
No.
like 7. It's like dog collar.
I know. I'm like, puppy, dog, walk the dog. No,
I'm like, blowjob.
no, stop. But I can't.
All
okay,
right.
into the questions.
First question. Most unpopular opinion.
Oh.
You go, Sid.
Okay. I'm going to get reamed for this guy. I don't like candy. I don't like candy. I think it's horrible. I think it leaves a coat over your mouth. I think it tastes like shit. I don't like candy.
Is this like candy or not chocolate? but
Not chocolate.
candy?
I'm sorry. I should specify. I don't like candy.
What about like a caramel apple sucker? Those are so good.
I'll eat like one and then I get kind of grossed out.
What about like Swedish fish? Oh, I love
No,
Swedish
absolutely
fish.
not. I think they're gross.
Skittles.
Nope. I hate those.
Oh, I get in the moods for that kind of. I'm definitely more of a chocolate girl, but yeah, that is unpopular.
It is unpopular. Like even like Reese's, like I could have one about like every 6 months and I get grossed out when I have it. Like my stomach starts to churn and it just like, it's this weird coating on my mouth. Like I get this film, like it tastes like fake.
No wonder I was so fit.
I didn't even understand what you said for a second. I'm like, what did she say?
I have the mini Reese's in my freezer, and I have like one every day.
Okay, but are they the Trader Joe's ones?
No.
Because those are made, okay. Well, the Trader Joe's ones are made with real dark chocolate and real peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. I
So
don't
it
like-
tastes like chocolate and peanut butter.
I like the fake flavor. Like
Okay.
that milk chocolate and the fake sugary powdery peanut butter. Oh, Reese's eggs. Oh,
No.
better than any other type of Reese's.
Those are like just, I you know what I'll do is I'll eat one and then I'm like, I smile and I feel like my teeth are all just like
love
nasty.
I love.
Can I
when
tell
my
you something
teeth
funny?
I love when my teeth are sugar coated
Stop.
in sugar.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tell
No.
me something funny. Wow. You're supposed to be rapid fire. We suck at this.
No,
Go.
we're horrible, but that doesn't
Okay.
matter. It doesn't matter. Long story short, I just bought cookies for my friends and I was so excited because there's from my favorite place, Brim in Uptown. And I love the cookies. They're peanut butter. And I brought them to them. I'm like, oh my God. So I got you guys dessert, whatever. And they were like, oh, and they tasted and they're like, oh yeah, this is really good. It just tastes very healthy. And I was like, healthy? I'm like, well, it is kind of healthy, I guess, but it's like my favorite cookie. And they're like, no, it definitely tastes very healthy. And they both were looking at me like, they're healthy cookies, but to me, it's like Jesus in Christ in a cookie. And to them, they're like, it's good, really good, but it tastes like a healthy version of a cookie. And I was
Because you're like,
huh.
and you're like, that's why I like it because I'm not like a huge
Yeah.
candy sweet gal.
Yeah, because it tastes sweet. It
interesting.
just doesn't taste fake.
Have you had crumble cookies?
Yes, wait,
They're
we had them
sugar-
together.
oh
but
my God.
it makes the back of my throat get all weird. Like it's just, you guys,
Okay,
it's like
you're
these
weird.
flavors. I don't know. I told
My
you.
unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
My unpopular opinion. Oh shit, I had 2 and I can only remember one.
Okay, we'll do the one now and then you'll remember the other one.
I love, my unpopular opinion is that I love the spins. You know, when you're drinking and you go lay down in your bed at night and you have like that little like rocking motion.
The worst feeling in the world. Yep.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. And it's because it feels like I'm getting like rocked to bed a little bit. So I love the spins. And that's probably also why I've never puked from alcohol because it puts me right to sleep.
What in the cracker jack are you talking about?
I'm serious. My mom, I think it has to, like, I guess a lot of people though, like my mom used to rock me to bed.
Same
or
with me.
Take me in the car to make me fall asleep. So I don't know that motion. Like I wish my bed would rock back and forth when I fall asleep. Sometimes I even sit and lay in bed. And if I'm curled up, I'll rock myself like this when I'm falling asleep. Just back and forth.
I mean, I do a feet like writhing, it's called, where you
I
rub
do
your
that
feet
too.
back and forth, but I do not like the spins. Excuse me.
Yeah, I do love
That's
the
scary.
spins.
How do you not feel like you're on a roller coaster? I feel like
Oh,
I'm
I
going on a
do.
roller coaster.
I do.
Or when I used to go to Valley Fair all the time and I came home, try to close your eyes and go to bed, and then you feel like you're going down the wild thing and you're like, whoa, and you can't fall asleep.
I do feel
No one can relate.
I'm on
That's
a
sad.
roller coaster,
That's really
but
sad.
I do feel
That's
I
scary.
kept trying to talk, but I couldn't work. Okay, next question.
Okay.
I feel like I had another one, didn't I?
You did, but I don't. You
I
didn't.
just shared it with you.
No, that was one.
Oh, that I don't love dogs. Yeah.
But you are getting better.
I'm getting better to dogs that don't shed and dogs that I fall in love with. But for example, the other day I was at, I always say it wrong, Fragment Coffee. I always go, do you want to go to Fragment? And then they're like, where? And I say it 3 times. Fragment, whatever the hell it's called. It's in North Loop. And you're allowed to have dogs there. And I got these new pants on. I was like so pumped about these new Nike sweats. They're like sick. And I'm standing up in line ordering my coffee, and there's a couple dogs behind me, and this dog just starts to like rub its body on my new pants, and it was a sheddy dog, like a lab.
That's just a good boy.
And I look behind at the owner, and I'm like, I don't want to be rude, but like I literally look at her like, move your fucking dog away from me. I don't, and all she's doing is smiling, like looking at the dog, then looking at me, looking at the dog, then looking at me, waiting for me to pet your dog. I'm like, I don't want to pet your dog. Pull your dog. So I like moved away as I'm ordering. Like I literally turned and like looked at her, and it is so rude to people because they're like, why don't you love my dog as much as I love my dog? Why don't you pet my dog? I'm like, I don't want to pet your fucking dog. Get it out of my area.
See, because then there's the flip side of you.
Yeah.
Which you're the first person that I've been like, okay, I understand wanting the dog out of your bubble. I get that. I can understand that.
I'm
But then-
allergic. Get it out of my way.
Yeah, okay, the allergy part is like a big deal too. People can't assume.
I'm getting heated.
But then when I went to work out this morning, I was with Emerson, and she goes, "Oh, come here, little guy! Oh, look at this little guy coming over here!"
Wait.
And I'm like, I'm standing behind her, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And the lady literally looks like this.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh,
Wait, Syd.
just walked by, and Felicia turns around. It's our friend, 2 friends, and Emerson's been on the podcast, and I'm literally like, I'm so embarrassed to be associated.
So yes, me and Syd have a friend, Emerson. We
love her to death. She's been on the
death.
podcast.
Yes, we love her to death, but she does she's someone who would wants to go pet other people's dogs,
Yes.
which is like a lot of people, right? But the way she calls other dogs' names, her voice changes like 8 octaves, and she will yell across the building. Everyone looks, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Bing Bob! Oh, Bing Bob, you're so cute, Bing Bob."
She
Is that
totally
not
does.
what it is?
She totally does.
And I sent a video to
I love the hell out
I
of
sent
her.
a video to Plant Daddy of Emerson chatting with her dog because I was videotaping her in this sauna thing, long story short. And Pat responded, and he was like, "Oh my gosh." Did she talk to her dog like that? I was like, yeah. He goes,
She
"That's
totally
so
does.
cute."
And you know what? The thing is she's like the other side of the spectrum. She just loves
Yeah.
animals more than anything
Yeah.
in the entire planet. We love her
Yeah.
for that. But it's just hilarious, you guys. We all have a friend, I feel like that. Like you've gone out and you've been like, oh my God, they really love them.
Vanessa's also like that too.
Totally. I can see that.
Okay, question 1 done.
Question number 2. Who can drink more?
I'm gonna be honest. I think let's do Ben. Let's do all 4 of us.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Ben in the house, we got Jay in the house, we got Syd in the house. Syd, what do you think in order?
I would say it's Jay. And then it's probably, I don't know. I want to say Soph and then me and then Ben. I don't know. Okay, that's my vote.
Okay, so since I went drinking with Jay, I think I can drink more than Jay.
Really?
I just came off a month also.
I did too. I didn't drink since Jerdy's.
You had a couple of drinks. The one that podcast with Aaron Opria.
Oh, I had 1 drink.
I love that you knew that.
Yeah,
you
he's
marked
like-
it in your calendar. You're like,
so-
yeah.
Okay, yeah. But Jay also blacks out, so I think I drink. I don't know.
I blacked
It should be something-
going pretty hard. So it's like,
You guys are insane.
This shouldn't be something to brag about.
I know. I was gonna say no.
I'm trying to get away from it, but
You were talking about how you wanted to kind of transition your drinking style.
yeah,
Which is cool. I think that's a great
It's
idea.
a work in progress. It's not gonna happen overnight, but for sure, I think I used to black out pretty hard and then keep drinking.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I'm trying to get
wow.
away from that, and that's why
It's a habit you have to work on. It truly is.
yeah.
You had a month. You did a month, right?
I did a little bit more than a month.
Fuck
and then
yeah,
I
good for
also-
you.
Right before that, I also came off a 72-hour fast.
Oh wow.
Oh, well,
So,
that explains it.
But I was probably eating for a good 4 days, so
Yeah.
but still my system probably was not ready for all
How
that.
did you feel the month you were sober?
Oh, I felt great.
Yeah.
1,000 times better.
You think you're going to try it again?
Oh, yeah. I've done 100 days of just going no drinking. Just
good
right
for you.
I just do random challenges to myself just to know that I can do them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely can do that again. I think I will do it again. I felt a lot more productive. I was getting up early, working out, doing things that I actually loved. I felt like I was doing less stupid things than I was doing smarter things.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah, I think I definitely will be doing it again pretty soon.
Good.
That's very admirable, by the way.
We love you, Jay Louie.
We love you, Jay Louie.
Love you, girls.
Aw.
And Ben.
And Ben. Okay. Yeah, we don't know. But out of Syd and I think I could probably.
You probably could, but
yeah. I think you could too. But
I feel like it's about the same, but I just don't usually let myself.
Really know.
I don't know. Who knows? Okay. You want to go ahead with the next one?
Yes. Question tres. What are both your daily routines?
Okay.
I love it. Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll keep it somewhat short. I'm just going to talk about like a typical middle of the week. So I wake up. I do wake up very early. I would say latest would be like 5:30 a.m. Usually around like 5 a.m. I transitioned to that because Plant Daddy also wakes up that early and he goes to bed at 8:30. So I kind of started adapting that routine. And I also do coach in the morning. So like Fridays, I have to wake up extremely early. So by keeping this schedule for Fridays and Saturdays when I have my early morning coaching, it has been helping a lot. So I wake up. I chug a glass of water, always big old glass of water before I do anything. Lately, I've been implementing the athletic greens as well. So I put that so I have a full glass of water plain. Then I have another full glass of water with my athletic greens. Then I'm like usually getting the urge, I might need to use the bathroom. I might need to take a little poo-poo.
I love that is a part of it. Thank you.
It is though.
It totally is.
I have had issues like up and down with my bowels. So like you have to take time in the morning. If I have to be somewhere, yes, this is really aggressive. If I have to be somewhere at 7, I make sure I'm up so I have enough time to drink my coffee and like sit, at my table and use the bathroom. Because if I don't like take my time, I'm like, I miss it for the day. So that's a big part of it. I'm just going through my morning. Okay.
I know. I'm like,
and then I usually sit down, have my coffee, and I program or I do client things for a couple hours, answer emails. That takes like a good amount of my time, especially like at Barry's, we program our own workouts as coaches and I coach every day. So that takes like a good 2 hours. I listen to some good music, find some good beat drops, work on some client stuff. I have online clients that I work with. And then I head to Los. I train. I don't have many in-person clients. So I probably do that like once or twice a week. I would maybe train someone, then I would get my own workout in right after. And then I usually head home quick to make lunch. And then I would go to Barry's to coach my classes and then come home and I would either maybe take a 20-minute cat nap or meditate. I have been leaving like 20 minutes a day to do that and maybe go for like a little walk. And then I usually program a little bit more. Then I go back to Barry's, coach my 2 classes. And by then it's about 7:30 p.m. and I head home and I'm in bed by 8:30 p.m. Okay.
What a day.
Wait. I put my phone down at 7:30 on a do not disturb because when I get home from work at like 7:45 p.m., I have about 40 minutes before I go to bed. And I'm like, okay, I can't be on my phone any longer. And I've been on it all day, like during those breaks too. So I do not disturb my phone and I read for like 15 minutes, pop some melatonin. Magnesium also really helps with anxiety. So I've been drinking that calm drink.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like throwing products in there too because people love that shit. And then I go to bed.
There you go.
Do it again the next day. Oh, I forgot to add podcast stuff in there too, but like obviously depending on what day it is, we might be doing like social grabs, thumbnails, prepping for episodes, having our little podcast meeting.
Yeah.
Every day is a little different for both of us, which is why this is kind of a hard question, but that was like a Wednesday for me, for example.
Okay. Very fair.
Okay.
So my routine looks a little bit different, but it has some of the same mixes in, but let's just say it's a Monday. And I'll explain what I do on like a Tuesday. It's separate, but when I'm teaching versus when I'm not, it looks a little different. So Monday, I'll pick a teaching day then, because it's probably it's 2 out of the 3. Okay. So I wake up usually about like 5:50. I go downstairs. I have a glass of greens. I get a little bit ready. It takes me about like 10 minutes, whatever. Just like I barely do anything in the morning when I'm teaching because I don't care. Wear my teaching stuff. I get ready. I make sure I have all my things. I look over the workout and then I make sure that my playlist is still ready. I drive to Lifetime Edina. I teach my 7 a.m. class. And then sometimes I'll teach the next class after that as well, or I'll go ahead and get my workout in. Usually if I'm teaching, I do a leg day. I don't know why. It's just It's a random thing I do. And then usually I'll get a shake. I'll open my laptop up at the Dino Lifetime just because I'm already there. I know while I'm drinking my little shake. Ooh, snacks.
Wait, what's your favorite shake at Lifetime?
I love a Mocha Madness. I sub for oat milk. I add almond butter and 2 things of spinach.
Ooh, yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like I've made it. It's mine. Go ahead, TM that if you need to. Say Syd Special. They'll know. I'm kidding. They won't. But tell them what you want. Just re-listen to this. Okay. Anyway. And I'm on my computer. Usually I'll do emails for the first hour and a half. I have meetings usually the rest of the day. Then I'll do some content research. I have to go on Instagram for one of the accounts that I run for them on the side. And then I usually have more meetings. And then after work, I'll usually try to go on a walk or go outside. Now that it's summer, I'll probably go on the boat. But then I'll make dinner. I'll make my breakfast oats for the next morning. I'll try to read 15 minutes. Then I usually shower. And then I get in bed, and usually I'd watch like Ozarks or something else with Jordan, but usually that's like our time together. So that is my day. And if it was a podcast day, like a Friday, we have a 12 to 2 p.m. weekly standing meeting where we meet on podcast stuff. So anyway, that's like usual days for us, but it is a lot. They're usually packed. Like I wouldn't say I have very many hours of free time, but it is what it is. You just got to grind for a little while. So
and that's
anyway,
the thing. A lot of people are like, there's like give and takes with like 9 to 5s because Ben was just talking about this. Like you can shut your computer and be like, okay, I'm done for the day. But like as someone that like me and you having a podcast and working, like I work for a social media company too, there's just always something that can be done. So it's so hard to shut off. But I've learned like, y'all, I'm not going to be on my phone past 7:30. Like I have to do that for myself, but I'll be on at 4 a.m. I'll be on Slack. So just wait for me.
She's on there.
But yeah, we have to set those boundaries. Now that it's summer, it's going to be so important for both of us to make sure we're like, yo, like I'm on a walk. So if I don't respond for the next 30 minutes, sorry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cute.
Okay. I love that.
Cute.
Next question. How long did it take you to feel completely confident and comfortable in your own skin? Do you want me to answer first?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't think I'll ever be perfectly confident and comfortable in my own skin, but you have to make a decision about yourself and who you are and what you're okay with, and just be okay with who I am. Like, who am I going to be today? Who do I want to be perceived as? Like, it's the further and further you move away from the little details, I truly believe, on social media, and the more you grow yourself and you're focused on the things that you want to do, you'll get closer to that confidence and less care of like other people and what they think of you. And I truly believe that. So
I love that.
I'm not perfect, and not every day do I wake up and I like my body, and not every day do I feel like I can go lead the meetings that I have to lead, and I feel shitty or like talking on the podcast, but you pull it back together and you have to believe in yourself first. Otherwise no one will believe in what you're saying and what you're doing around you. So
yeah. Everything you just said, like retweet. I think a lot of it does come down to the fake it till you make it, like portray that confidence, and it kind of in return makes you feel confident.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that this person wrote this in because it's her assuming that we feel comfortable in our own skin because that's what you see on social media. That's what you see on the podcast. But it's like, I mean, me and Syd are like, we've had body image days, and I'm like, Syd, I feel like shit today. And I was literally just talking before this podcast. I'm like, yo, do I need Botox? Like, there's totally things that we all want to change about ourselves. Like, just know that no one thinks like, oh, I am head to toe perfect. Like, there's
even my little tootsies.
Yeah, like, come on. So it is something you have to like actively work on. And a lot of that, again, is therapy. A lot of it is like writing down your gratitude, what you are thankful about your body. Like maybe, you don't love the way this looks on yourself, but I fucking love my ass. My ass is great. Just focus on your butt. Focus on that. Like focus on the things that make you feel good. And I think that's kind of where that's what I like to do. So like if I'm like not feeling good about the way this looks today, like I'm gonna wear a good ass outfit. My makeup's gonna be bomb, and boom, there we go.
Yeah. Fake till you make it. I like what you said that.
I just reordered this a little bit because this next question is very similar. So she says, how do you stay in the fitness world and keep body image, food mentality healthy?
Oh,
so
interesting.
We could say exactly what we just said, but I'm going to add another point to this. I've dealt with a lot of like disordered eating in the past, and now that I'm in the fitness world, it definitely feels like there's a very, very prevalent pressure to look a certain way. So it is scary. And for me, what helped me, I've talked about this before, but I could not find balance. It was either all or nothing. It was like, I got to go all in, and I'm going to go ham, and I'm going to get fit. I can't have a cookie. I can't do this. I got to say no to social plans because I am all in on this fitness grind. But when I started tracking macros, I did feel like there was a little bit more balance involved. So I was like, a carb's a carb, a number's a number. I got to hit my numbers. I can have a cookie. It fits in my day. I feel perfectly fine. So that really helped me find balance in kind of a day-to-day lifestyle, and learning you can still hit goals while you're counting macros. There was another point I wanted to make, but I also realized that fitness professionals, just because you're fit does not mirror your expertise, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think that is so important. I've taken classes from instructors that
look the part.
And they absolutely suck. They're demoing a squat wrong, or you cannot judge someone by the cover. We talk about that all the goddamn time. So it should be the same in the fitness world.
I agree with a lot of the points you're saying, except for obviously I don't count macros yet, but you've been trying to kind of like lead me into that, which is good. But
everyone's different though. Like you find balance in your own way. And I think you do great at it.
Yeah, I try to. It takes a lot. I will say, like, I have mental battles some days of like, I miss my workout. And I teach tomorrow and I've missed like 7 workouts in the past like 2 weeks, and I'm not going to look like how I should look or like how I want to look, or all these, your head starts going and it just starts moving. And it's like, I don't look any different, to be honest with you. And I can always get better and get stronger. Usually what I do if I'm feeling like weaker or I'm feeling like I need to challenge myself, I just pick up bigger, heavier weights the next day and just challenge myself for like more or lower reps and a higher weight. It's a random thing in my head. It just makes me feel like, see, you proved to me that you're still just as strong as you were the day before. And that's like my own like personal battle that I deal with, So, but I eat whatever I want. I just eat it in portions that are okay. And I had to tell myself, like, you can eat a Culver's burger and you can be fine. Like, you can go out to eat and have a whole basket of fries and you're going to be okay. Like, you still are the way you are. But the one part I can not reiterate more is not everybody who looks the part is the part. And that's exactly why you also, on the flip side of that, you do not judge a fitness professional if they maybe don't look the part. Did you know if they had a kid or not just recently? Like, how about if they're going through a life crisis or something? Or like just being a normal human being?
Or what if they're a little, pudgier looking, but they were recently 300 pounds. Yeah, like they know what the shit they're doing. So it's like, you cannot judge someone on that. Take their class, look at their shit, like decide after you know a little bit more about them.
But it is wrapping that up. It just is a balance in your own head. Like it's not easier one day versus the next. It's just a continuous battle, just like confidence is.
Exactly. So, love that.
All right. Next question. How hard is it to work full time and podcast? I go,
You're both.
I'll answer this one first because it's hard sometimes, but I will say that we are in the best. I wouldn't even use the word easiest because it's not easy, but it is the best position we've ever been in at this exact point right here, right now, when you're looking at us.
God, and it's because of our man,
Benny boy.
Thank you, Ben.
He's our boy.
No,
He's
but
our
actually,
bud.
we could update them. So like before we were doing a lot of this stuff on our own, and Ben was like, you ladies are doing a lot more than you need to. I have a workflow. I got you. And he's like, let me just like get some systems in place for you guys. He's been helping us so much. So I will say it's easier.
It's easier, but it's not easy.
It's harder because now we're growing more.
Because now we're like, shit, we got to do the guest stuff. We got to do the big stuff. Now it's time to actually like get big and do all the things. It's also hard because you have to make business decisions that are not easy, which I never thought I was going to be making at this age. You have to make decisions about like team members. We had a team member that wasn't really working for us, and you just have to make changes, and that's life. And So, but yeah.
You answered. I like it.
I was going to say, that's it.
Okay, next question.
What do we got?
Have you two ever hooked up? I'm actually laughing because you guys, this was not the only person who
Wasn't there like 4?
There was 4 people, and I'm like, Syd, do we give off this vibe? Have we ever hooked up, Syd? Well, that one time where I licked your
don't tell people that.
Dude.
We got you, ho.
That one time when we got a little drunk and I licked your pussy.
I was just kidding. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, that was
Oh
so
my
aggressive.
God. I'm like literally in my turtle shell.
Have we kissed?
Yeah, we've kissed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
I don't know.
With tongue?
No.
Oh.
Like pecks.
Wanna try?
Pecked.
Actually, someone have to pay me money to kiss you. Sorry. Not like a bad... Not in like a bad way,
Wait,
Syd, but like
what? Not in a bad way.
No, listen, Linda, listen.
I'm horrified.
Would you kiss me for free? But like now that you know me, it's like a friend zone thing.
I know, and no,
like I love like sexy ladies. I'd be like, yeah, I would kiss you, and you are sexy as hell.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's why you'd have to pay you to kiss me, huh?
Syd, but it's like it's almost like Jay Louis is a dude, but someone would have to pay me to kiss him because we're too good of friends. That's mean. But same with Ben. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm trying to read.
I'm being really hurt and burnt right now. Just kidding.
You would kiss me with tongue passionately for free.
I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm sorry. I love you. Sorry, love you. I understand what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah,
love you so much. Okay.
But like if it was like a random sex girl at the bar, you'd be like, oh yeah, I would stick my tongue down her throat.
I need Jesus today. I'm just kidding. We've never hooked up. We have kissed like a peck at the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it.
Probably. I don't remember that, but
I remember.
There's your answer.
And I didn't have to pay her to do that one.
We
next one is
we cuddle. We've cuddled.
Yeah. Is it ever hard to live life where some people don't approve of your decisions?
I think that's a good question. I think they're probably talking about like when we talk about things on the podcast, maybe, or taking not a 9-to-5 job when your parents want you to take, I would say, I think I used to care a lot about that, but I've come to the point where I'm like, I'm going to do what's best for me, obviously. Duh. And also that people don't really give a fuck about you in like the most respectful way possible. I'm saying that, but it's true. Yeah.
I'm going to say this just a really short experience. And I've told you guys this before. We were at a restaurant and I was with my parents and my boyfriend, Jordan, and my sister and her boyfriend at the time. We're all sitting there and a mom came up to us and she knew us from when we were little. And she came up and she was alone. She said hi to my parents. And then she said to my parents, wow, I can't believe you guys are so okay with your daughter having a podcast like she has. Like, I would be disturbed if my daughter talked about the things that yours does right in front of me.
We're like, yeah, it's really bad to talk about abortions and make sure that the world knows what's going on. And poop is so bad. And like making sure female pleasure is a priority. Oh my God.
I'm horrified.
I'm horrified.
So I looked at her and my parents, they know that I'm the spiciest person of our family. Like I am like 10 levels above them. But I looked at her respectfully and I said, if you always keep your mouth shut and you have nothing to say at all, people will still not like you. So you either open your mouth and say what you mean or you don't. It's still going to be the same outcome. And she didn't say anything and she walked away. And you know what? I don't give a flying fuck. I used to care a lot. I used to care a lot about what people thought of me on social media. I used to care a lot about what people how I was perceived, my friends thought about me, people that didn't know me thought about me. What were people going to think about the podcast, all this stuff. And I've realized like about 20 episodes ago, probably, I don't care. I don't care. And there's days that, sometimes you're like, ooh, did I go too far on that? Like you're just
I do it all the
check-in.
time. I still go too far sometimes.
Yeah, but it's human check-in. It's human nature. It happens. Like we also don't condone bad behavior. So it's like, I would never be like, yeah, go binge drink or do something that I would. No, we cut a whole episode because we talked about sugar daddies and it was unsafe for people's ears. We were worried about the impacts it could have had. So I don't. It's not hard because the people that love you and care about you will stay in your life, and the people that need to get out, they'll get out. And
I think it's like the world's way of filtering itself too, of the people that are meant to be in your life. Because in order to have people that really like you, rather than just being indifferent about you, you have to be kind of opinionated and strong and independent. Mm-hmm. I think.
I think so too. I think for sure.
Because people will love you. You will also have people absolutely hate your guts.
Yep.
And I guarantee Syd and I have people out there that send our podcast back and forth. This is so dumb.
I know of someone that does that.
Did you listen to this? They sound so stupid. Well, guess what? Thanks for the fucking download.
I was going to say, you just made our numbers go up and now I'm making ad dollars. Bye-bye, honey.
Okay.
Next. On to the next one. Okay. Sorry.
How do you navigate being in a relationship when your friend is single or vice versa? We've been in this position before.
Yeah.
And
understanding balance. It's just understanding that when I'm in a relationship and I really want to go out this one night, if my single friends, they're like, actually, I don't want to go out this one night, and you're like, what the heck? You're the single friend. You should always want to go out with me and always want to run around with me and be free. Like you just can't expect expectations, and you have to be really communicative with them of being like, tonight is actually my night with Jordan. I really don't have time the rest of the week. So I'm prioritizing him this week, but I can hang out on X day if you can do that too. So it's just about planning and just, I don't know. I don't change for a guy. So like that's why it stays normal and easier for me, I would say.
You and Jordan, do you have like a specific date night usually?
Usually we do, but right now because of traveling this week, it's a little weird. Yeah.
So I think that's also a really good tip is like, the night you're having a date night, which is like quality time with your boyfriend, obviously. I do think this is a little more difficult, like when it comes to like, oh, you had a single group of friends and then you got a boyfriend versus you and your best friend. It was like you were dating each other because it's like, that's who you hung out with. You did everything. Yeah. I literally think of two girls right now that I'm like, okay, it's like hip to hip. And then when one person gets a boyfriend, the other girl's like, well, I don't know if you should date him, even though really it's just like a little jealousy happening maybe.
Oh, interesting.
So I think in that case, like it's going to be important for that single friend to also find single friends. So if you are that single friend, make sure you surround yourself with single friends in addition to keeping the connection with the friend that got a girlfriend. Sure, yeah. But yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Thinking about marriage yet? Interesting. Am I thinking about it? No, I don't want a ring on my finger. Don't you dare make that face, you sweet little sugar pie.
I feel like you have to be thinking about it. You're literally in a house with your
try
boyfriend.
To literally, this is like, it's covered, and then I think about everything around it.
What are we going to say, Ben?
I was just, we made eye contact because we were like, thinking the same
mofos.
Thing. Did Jordan ask that question?
No. I don't. Jordan.
What are you going to do if he asks? Like, you've been dating for a bit.
He knows not to ask now. He knows. I've talked about it with him.
Are you, so wait, so you said you never want to get married, or like, you're like,
no, I changed that because I met somebody that actually like understands me. Oh,
so you do want to get married?
I do, but not at any point in the near future. Not even like 5 years away. No.
Okay. Not even 5 years.
No.
How old will you be? 30?
I'll be 42. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Made
up math. No, I don't know. I'm not there yet. And like sometimes the time, quote unquote, timeline changes along the way. Like I can't predict what's going to happen. So I just don't plan for it. I don't know. I guess maybe that's not the right way to look at it, but that's just the way I look at it because I'm like,
there's no right way or wrong way.
The one thing my mom told me is nothing is ever permanent. Literally nothing in your life is permanent.
Until you get married.
I'm not kidding. No, stop. Meaning, if I wanted to get out right now, I could. And if Jordan wanted to respectfully get out right now, he could too. Yeah. And we have the right to do that. So we're still learning about each other, and we'll eventually know exactly when the right time and right day is. But right now, hell no.
Hell no. I mean, yeah, I'm in a very new relationship. But I will say, I mean, we have like talked about opinions about marriage in general. And like, I think Pat would be like completely fine just like not getting married and not like he's a little more unconventional. Like he didn't even think it was like, he's like, do we want, like nothing would change if we were boyfriend and girlfriend versus what we're doing now. And I'm like, no, it's a big deal. Like we're dating now. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I get it. Okay. So like we're dating, you know? And so I think the same thing for him is like marriage. He's like, well, nothing would change. Like we're still going to be lovers. So
love is under the moonlight.
I'm also kind of indifferent. I've always thought about like, I don't know if I would ever get married. Part of me is like, if I want kids, I think that's something that I would have a marriage and make sure someone's committed to that and like the family. I go back and forth every day about wanting kids too. So I'm still up in the air.
Okay.
About it all.
Okay.
I love babies. Y'all know I love babies.
She cries every time we see a baby. Yeah. Like literally bawls her eyes out. Just,
yeah. Not even, I just get this weird feeling in my entire body and tears start to protrude through my eyes.
That might be your motherly instinct coming out, buddy.
I told Ben this the other day too. So when I see babies, it's like this joke at my work. So I used to work at a 9-to-5 job and people would bring in babies a lot. And there was like this joke around the office because everyone knew I was obsessed with babies that I would somehow like casually get to talking with the parents. And like, if it was the right time, I would love to hold the babies because it like makes me feel, but it's
stranger.
See, like I wish babies were dogs. Like I'll go pet your baby. Like, are you kidding me? Like, God, I rub that baby all up on my new pants, you know?
Oh my God.
It was a joke.
This girl needs Jesus today.
It was a joke that I love babies' toes. Like there's something about their little big toe that I just like to grab and move it up and down.
Okay, look at you.
And so when I see a little baby, they'd be like, I bet you won't touch the toes. I'm like, watch. So I like casually start talking to the parents and they would like grab their toe and I'd go, oh, look how small the toe is. And I would touch all the feet every time. I would get to their big toe and just move it up and down.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're so cute. The little
Hide your babies.
No, I would be the best
Hide
little
your kids.
baby.
Hide your babies.
I would be the best babysitter.
You would.
So that's why I love. I hope you get married and have a baby, so I can just take care of your baby.
I don't know about this. Okay.
No, you're ahead of me. Sorry,
I'm not ahead of you in nothing.
You gotta have the baby. Okay.
On to the next. We're gonna go quicker.
Okay.
What music have you been listening to lately?
Okay, so when I listen to music, I actually listen to like very chill R&B just because when I coach classes, it's always
like headbangers.
Always headbangers, beat drops, so I get kind of sick of it. But I do love that music and I dance and I have a great ass time when I'm coaching because it's like a goddamn party. But when I'm by myself, I honestly don't love listening to music because I hear it all day long. Or I listen to podcasts. So, hey, what's up? Here we are. Syd.
I listen to Rufus the Soul a lot because they're coming in September and I can't wait and I love them. They also just chill me out. I also listen to SG Lewis a lot lately because after I saw him in New York, it was like, I just love him because when I'm playing music for class, it's like hard rap beats. Also, if I'm trying to hype up in the morning driving to my class, I usually listen to rap. So yeah. Okay. Next.
Who is one person you guys wish you could interview on the podcast? Dream guest.
I have a dream guest.
Who?
Whitney Simmons.
Oh.
She's an Instagram a workout girl. She has horrible psoriasis just like I do, except it's just like it's caused by stress and she talks about it. And I just think she's like the realest like social media influencer out there.
You have psoriasis?
I have psoriasis, yes.
When did this happen?
You don't
Never
know
heard.
You didn't know I like have to use like special shampoo because my scalp like bleeds all the time?
No.
Mm-hmm. It usually only shows up on my scalp now. It used to show up on my elbows, my arms, and my kneecaps. And my chest and my stomach, actually.
That's
I guess,
also related to stress and IBS.
I had irritable bowel syndrome, gastritis, acid reflux. Yeah.
Oof,
all the
rough.
things. Mm-hmm.
Crap, I should have prepped for this question.
That's
because
okay.
I have so many people that I would love to have on, but I can't think of one right now.
I mean, we could even say there's a lot of them on our list that we want to go down.
Yeah.
There's a person that Callan's recommended that his name is Jacob. There's Cammie Scott. We really want to have her on. That's one of my dreamer guests that we luckily have a connection to. So cross your fingers.
I want Justin Bieber on. Hey, JB.
Hey, yo, Justin. You hear this? Let us know. DM us.
Nice.
Okay, we need to think about that. Ready for the next one?
Yep.
How do y'all program for fitness classes? I mean...
Or we could say, how do y'all program fitness classes or your own workouts?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, fitness classes, it depends on the day. Barry's is you break up the muscle groups, Mondays, arms and abs. So today I made sure I worked biceps, triceps, a little bit of abs. When I do my own workouts at the gym, I usually start with more of a compound movement. For example, let's say you're doing legs, a good movement to start would be maybe deadlifts or back squats, something that uses more than one muscle group. And then you can kind of get into a little more accessory work. So I'll give you guys my split if you're curious, because I feel like people like to hear that. So Mondays, I'll hit biceps, triceps, just because I like to put it in, it mirrors the Barry's programs as well. So I can kind of go to Barry's or go to the gym. So Mondays, biceps, triceps. Tuesdays, I do glutes and hamstrings. And that one I do go to the gym to lift. Wednesdays, I do chest and back. Thursdays, I recover. Fridays, I do glutes and quads. And then Saturdays, I would do cardio.
Interesting. Okay. No, it's I was just trying to go through it in my head that you plan it around Barry's, which is smart. It's smart to do that.
So this morning, I couldn't get myself to go to the gym to lift biceps, triceps. So I just double floored at Barry's and did biceps, triceps.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say honestly, it depends on how I'm feeling, but I usually will try to do that. If I'm doing upper body, I'll go see Soph some days. If I want to do lower body, I'll just do lower body by myself. A lot of the times I get moves from TikTok. That's why our whole TikTok feed is basically people with big, nice booties.
Actually, Syd, so the girl, you're I'm obsessed with this girl.
She follows us.
Does she really?
She follows us, yeah.
Let's get her on the podcast. But no, so I followed her on Instagram and I was going through some of her videos and I love hack squats. So I did quads the other day and she puts a foam roller behind her back when she does hack squats. If you don't know what hack squats are, your back's on the thing. And I was like, why would she do that? So I tried it the other day at the gym. It was a little uncomfortable, but I felt it more in my quads because I was leaning forward a little bit more.
Interesting.
And I'm like, bitch, I learned that from TikTok too. So that was cool.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I just, some days part of the workouts are written for us for the specific class I take. The other one I teach. The other one is not written for us. So it just depends on the day. I won't even go into detail with you because it gets too complex, but usually I just change it from like, I'll like start with band work and then I'll add, dumbbells and then I'll add kettlebells. So there you go. Yeah. Okay. What do we got next? Okay.
So this is all like fitness stuff. It looks like fitness related. How did you both get into your trainer jobs? And what has made you stay in the fitness realm?
I played lacrosse and hockey growing up, and I played lacrosse in college for a while. And I just did not want to get away from fitness, and I wanted it to still be a tie to my life. And I felt like there was a giant hole in my life. And I told myself that I could never lead a group like that because I didn't have the confidence to do it. And I proved myself wrong. So let's continue to do it.
Let's do it.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's kind of same thing. I've been in sports, and I've always liked to be active. And to be honest, like I tried the whole health insurance job. I majored in public health and I was like, this is not for me. Mm-hmm. So I think having a fitness job, since I loved fitness myself, is a really good supplementation to like other ways to make income, especially when it comes to like being a trainer and online coaching, because there's really no like cap to technically your salary. Like you could just keep going and keep growing, which is really cool. So being some sort of like entrepreneurial trainer, I think is a really fun career to have, very motivating. But then, yeah, like I said, it's nice to kind of add in other jobs on top of it. So that's kind of, it's a really good fit for, I think, both of us with like the other things we kind of have going for us. So that's why I've stayed in it too. Like not only because it's a huge part of my life, but because it's a great career to be a little more flexible with.
Community builder. Like people tell you about their lives. You can help people. Like I've seen my clients like transition. Obviously you have too. And it's like, it's powerful. That's all. So
I have a huge passion for like girls that have been under eating and increasing their metabolism. So like that's like where I get like the like heart filling moments, is because like girls that have been eating 1,200 calories and literally can't lose weight. And then they're eating 2,500 calories and they're still the same weight. And then we drop them to 2,000 calories and then they're losing weight. It's just crazy.
I know.
And it's really just science. So
it's just science. Science rules.
I love it.
Okay. What do you guys think about plant-based diets? We only got a few more. I think plant-based diets, if that works for you and you're able to get enough nutrients, enough proteins in you, like go for it. But I think that plant-based protein isn't always the best option. I wouldn't say it's not the best option. I just am saying it's not always the best option. So find the diet that feels the best for you, but I would do it based on how you feel and what you believe in, not because it's trendy.
Yeah, and not because you think it's healthier. I think that's exactly what I would say. A lot of people are like, I'm going to be a vegan because they're trying to restrict food maybe, and they want a reason to be like, I can't eat that. I've seen that a lot. It's actually
do that too.
It's actually a sign of an eating disorder, but not always. If you're vegan, example, my boyfriend's vegan, but he does it for the environment, and I totally understand the reason why he's doing it. If you're like, I do feel better, yes, to what Syd said, absolutely go for it, but it doesn't mean it's healthier. And that's same when it goes to dairy. That's same when it goes to, I'm going to eat, like people are like, oh, I should take out dairy. And it's like, oh yeah, that's actually not healthier at all. But if you feel better, take it out, obviously.
Yeah, like I had to because I'm lactose, but sometimes I mix it in and I'm okay because I don't eat it a lot. I will say the one that kind of like interests me always is like, I'm gluten-free, but I like choose to be. It's like, honestly, I love getting my carbs from like gluten. Like I eat like mini bagels when I need a quick carb and stuff like that. So it just do what works and feels best for your body. But yeah. Next question. Do you guys pick your nose?
Oh, well, Syd just told a story the other episode about her picking her nose. So yeah.
Yes, in the car. Next question. God.
Actually, no, funny story though. I do pick my nose, and I kind of have been talking about getting like a nose piercing, and I'm like a little afraid because I'm like, I pick my nose kind of a lot.
You do, actually. You totally do. You totally do.
I just don't care if people think. I'm like, if it's the middle of the day and someone's looking at me and I got a booger, I'm gonna pick it. Sorry.
I'm gonna pick it. All right, we got a few more.
Biggest similarities and biggest differences.
Just do one
between you two. Biggest similarity is, okay, I'll answer and then you answer.
Okay.
You go first. Okay, fine. Biggest similarities, I think we're both driven and like we're perfectionists. So like we always want to work to our potential. And if we're not at 100% and we're not grinding, we think we've failed. And so like we're very much overachievers.
Very much so.
And we're really hard on ourselves. Biggest differences, I definitely think the way we work and the way we, I guess, like go about almost like a work, what's the word I'm looking for? You take tests to see what your work styles.
Yeah, work styles.
Different work styles.
Yep.
So that is something we have really had to work on. Syd loves the lists. Syd loves and I'm just like, that overwhelms me. I'll make my own list. I love making my own list, but I don't want someone else giving me a list because then I gave it. So
I need a list because I need everything to get off my brain.
yeah, but I need the same thing but my own list.
I know she's got to keep her list separate.
She makes a list. I'm like, don't show me. You can talk to me. Don't show me the list.
And I can't. I'm like, okay, fair. But it's honestly, we've learned how to work with like different work styles, and it's caused me to be able to work way better at my other jobs because I understand. I try to seek to understand rather than react now a lot more. So yeah, you hit the nail on the head though. Those are our main similarities and differences. What's your favorite thing about each other? Oh,
I'll go first.
My
favorite thing about Syd. So I give Syd huge credit because I can burn out. I can't work, socialize, be a good girlfriend, be a good family member all in one day. And I feel like Syd can wake up. She can do awesome at her job. She can bring Jordan a gift. She can call her mom and she can get dinner with her friends in one day. And I don't know how you do it, but you do it. And I think it is probably one of your best qualities. And I know sometimes you're like, well, it's just because I say yes to everything and then I get overwhelmed. But I think your threshold is so high for that you can you can do that. And I think it fulfills you. So I think that's a great quality in you because even when you had a boyfriend, I never felt like you stopped caring about me. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was so sweet.
That's what I would say.
I try not to rub you lately just because I was like told I rub her a lot. So every time my hand comes over here, have you ever noticed I go like this? I put it here because I'm like,
you can rub me.
Rub me, baby.
So nice. Maybe that's why people think we've kissed and hooked up.
Probably.
During podcasts, we like try to cuddle.
I like rub.
And
I'll be like,
and we scissor a little bit on the couch like this.
I'll feel her hairy leg a little, and then she'll feel my hairier leg. No, it is smooth. I was just being funny.
Thank
you. Thank you. Wow, that was really, really nice. I would say what is the actual question? Because I want to make sure I'm saying
what's
this
your
right.
favorite thing
about each other? Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say quality, and then I had another idea.
I know mine was kind of quality.
No. What I was gonna say is you learn how to balance every single week over and over again. You reprioritize yourself. You realign yourself with your goals, and you are always on the path that you are wanting to be on. That's going to get you where you want to go. And that's going to have you be like you're self-sufficient, working for yourself, powering for yourself. Always have that in mind. And it is so admirable because you say no to things that are not going to do well for you. And you're able to figure that out and do it and keep grinding for yourself and still love the people around you. Like it's really impressive. I've never heard somebody be able to be like, no, I'm not doing that because that's not going to be like, that's not beneficial for me. And so therefore I'm not going to do that. Or like, no, I'm not going to take that job because that actually doesn't align with what I want in the future. So no. And it's just like, Jesus, like how can you see that far ahead? But it's like every time I look at you, I'm like, oh my God, she's so right. Like it's so accurate. You're just so good at that. Like looking at your future and looking at yourself and being like, I want this for me. So I'm going to go get that.
Thanks. Welcome. It's so weird. We both sit there. We're like, hey, thank you.
I'm screaming. I'm scared. Okay. That was really cute.
Do you like mustard or cheese with your soft pretzels?
That's easy. Hopefully, wait. Can you say it on 3? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Both.
Mustard. Oh, you weird ass nacho cheese ass.
I'm like the dip nacho cheese. I'm the dip girl. So like if I went to Red Cow on Friday and I was like, bring me every dip you have.
Oh,
like,
I love dips.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to choose. I love cheese. I love mustard. I love that whole grain mustard with that little kick in the back, little horseradish, wasabi.
Oh, I like all that, but I do not like fake nacho cheese. No.
Oh,
okay.
I kind of do. Okay.
And then you're on death row. One last meal. What is it?
Sushi.
Oh.
Scallop nigiri.
So good.
Boom.
I would get I'd probably get pasta. I would get like a gnocchi pasta from Bar La Grassa.
Oh,
the gnocchi.
Okay.
Oh,
that would
shit.
Be
that is good. All right. Last question. Is Jordy single? What about Ben?
Hey.
He does a rock on.
Oh, wait. I think somebody else just came in. What about Jay?
What about Jay?
Jordy is single. He is currently in Europe. And Ben and Jay, you can answer for yourselves. When's the last time you've been in a relationship? What are you looking for?
Oh.
Relationship? Oh my gosh, like 2 years ago. I don't know. I'm so involved with work. I'm kind of like not focused on it. But if something came along and it was like the right person, they I think my biggest thing right now is I need someone who can like complement my life, not complicate it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm looking for, but it's
I
not
like
like
that.
urgent on the table.
I like that, Ben.
Well, I am single, but as far as looking for someone, you know, I'm always open to the opportunity. I'm never closed off to opportunities. That's one thing I've learned in life. Don't close off opportunities.
Yeah.
But someone's got to be half as wild as I am, just to
Half
kinda
as
keep
wise.
Wild.
Oh, it's like Jay.
No,
okay.
half as wild as I am. I am into older women, so that is one thing.
Really?
You and Journey. Is this who started this?
I think I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Journey.
I've
then
always been
followed
into
you.
older women ever since I was like 16.
Really?
Yeah, 17.
Wait, tell us the first time that you like realized you're into older women. Was it like a moment?
When I lost my virginity.
What do you mean?
How old were you?
3 years difference.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
wait, but in high school or college or whatever it
Oh,
was.
I mean, she was definitely graduated, and I was still in high school. It
Let's-
was going into. I was 15, so I was going into like my sophomore year.
no way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did it just blow your mind?
yeah. It was on my 15th birthday party
Oh my
at like 5 a.m. It was nuts.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, good for you.
Oh my God, throwback.
So are you looking for a woman that's a little more mature then, would you say? Or would you just, age doesn't really matter. You just like their maturity level.
Age doesn't really matter. It's
Okay.
the maturity level. I definitely have deep combos usually, and so someone that I can have deep combos with, and not just be surface level. Right?
Yes.
Want to go deep. But
Cute.
sometimes I find that in older women because they're
Yeah.
more mature. But I know plenty of younger women that are mature as well. So
Yep.
it really just depends on the maturity level.
I love that.
When was your last relationship?
Last relationship was in college, junior year, senior year.
Okay, so it's been a bit, yeah. How old are you?
I turned 25 this year.
Where do you live?
Same age. Let's go.
I live in Minneapolis.
Awesome.
but from
Minneapolis.
California.
Oh yeah, you're from Cali. Forgot about that.
Cute,
Go
cute.
Dodgers. That's why you
Thanks
got the
for
LA
sharing.
Dodgers shirt.
Thanks for
Thanks for
sharing,
sharing, Jay.
guys.
Okay, we will quickly do our straight candid moments and our advice,
Yes.
right? Oh, yeah.
We have an advice one too?
Yes, we do. And I
right.
actually want to read this out because the boys are in here. So this is exactly why I wanted this one for this epi. So
You want to do advice first? Do it.
yeah, let's do it. All right. This person says, question. So if I've been talking and hanging out with this girl for about 2 months, but she's told me she doesn't like texting, but always texts her friends when we hang out, is that a bad sign? Sometimes 2-3 days ago, by before she responds, and I try to only text her when she makes plans. Thanks, you guys. Love the podcast.
Jay immediately starts shaking his head. What came to mind?
If she's texting her friends constantly, but not wanting to text you at all, it's a little bit of a red flag there. I can understand if she maybe liked phone calls more, or maybe she liked FaceTiming more. But if she hasn't said any of those things, kind of want to, are you serious about this? Do you not like me? Maybe just ask that question, be straight up. But yeah, that's my go-to answer.
All right.
That's your take.
Syd?
I would say it's not a good sign. I think anybody that says like I don't like texting, like I say a lot, like, but they actually like you're trying to get to know somebody, it's not a good sign. Like, period. Like,
I hated texting, and when I went on my first day of Plant Daddy, I texted him every day.
yeah, Jordan and I texted nonstop. Yeah. Like, I hate texting. So
She doesn't like you.
you'll know, and it sucks, but you'll know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think if you're confused, they don't like you.
That's sad. I'm
It
sorry.
is, but
That
it's
sucks.
how
So
it works.
We've all had that happen. I feel like.
Straight candid moment written in by a listener.
Okay. I have not read this, by the way, so I'm getting ready.
It was Easter, and I was home seeing my fam, and I texted my mom, who was downstairs. And I was also texting my boyfriend at the same time, who was home visiting his own family. I mixed up the text messages and sent my nudie to my goddamn mom instead of my boyfriend. Realized my mistake, screamed, ran downstairs to try to grab my mom's phone. She pounced off the couch and started running in the other direction, laughing, also screaming. She briefly saw the picture as I tackled her and deleted it off her phone. Luckily, my mom is cool, but when my dad asked what the fiasco was all about, it was agreed upon via eye contact that this is something that will be our little secret, LOL. Love you guys. Make sure to double check your text messages before you send.
Oh, Jesus. That is so bad.
I'm imagining my mom. She would do the same thing. She'd be like, like running around, like trying to keep the phone.
I'm like twitching.
And I would tackle the shit out of her. I'd be like, give it to me.
My mom and I have the similar relationship where that could happen, but she'd be like, oh God, oh, ah. It would be like a scream. Oh, awkward. Can you imagine if you had like not a good, you know what I mean? Like not a very good dynamic in your home, which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
And your mom is not going to be happy.
Or if you send it to your dad, like
Stop,
my dad said that, I would probably walk out of the house and never come back.
I am orphaned. La la la. No, I could never. Oh, sorry, creeped out. All right, you guys. I have a little something I need to read to you. I need to tell you something. All right. Ladies, sweaty sack summer is approaching and it's time for you to prioritize the comfort of your man's family jewels. Our sponsor of today's podcast episode, Manscaped, has spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs out there for the men in your life. I've had the honor of testing out these new boxers and I can say it's the softest fabric of any underwear and perfect loungewear for your night in, on, or sleepwear. They even trademarked the jewel pouch, so you know it's a seriously great gift for him. So let his bulge breathe and get 20% off plus free shipping by using code candid20 at manscaped.com.
Let his bulge breathe.
I know. I was like, oh.
That's aggressive. The jewel pouch that Syd just mentioned is a pouch designed to cradle your future children in their own special space, lined with performative fabric to keep them well ventilated. Basically, just imagine his balls are all comfy, sipping pina coladas, chilling on a hammock on some tropical beach.
You did not just read that.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code candid20 at manscaped.com. That is 20% off plus free shipping with the code candid20 at manscaped.com. Once the Boxers 2.0 touch his sack, he'll never go back.
Oh, my Lanta. That is great. You're getting scary. That's when we know we have to cut it off.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Oh my God. They're really clever, by the way. Manscaped crew, you guys are clever.
No, we thought of all of that, actually.
That's all OG. Yeah, no, we're not reading.
His balls sipping pina coladas.
You guys, this was fun. This was really fun. I'm glad you have questions about us. I'm weirded out that you think or wanted to know if we were hooking up or something like that. Like, you guys need to get your mind out of the gutter. As I move her hair, she's touching my boob. We love you. Can you please go do something for me? Just one little thing.
And for me.
And for her. How about this? For me, could you go write an Apple Podcast review and say that you like us? Or maybe if you don't like us, I guess you can write that too, but try not to. That's not nice.
And for me, next time you listen to the podcast, screenshot that shit, put it on your story and tag us.
Please do. And also check out our TikTok. We're freaking weird on there and we're posting more stuff. So check it out. Look at it.
Check it out.
See what's going on.
Follow us at Straight Candid Podcast on Instagram. I'm at Candid Soph.
At Candid Syd over here.
At Ben Sarbacher.
At J. Louie.
Yeah, that's the
Jay
boys.
Louie! Shout out to J. Louie for stepping in as Ben travels. And we got J. Louie in the house for producers.
We love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.